The bait.
And we're live. Welcome.
I like that intro, so I can see the intro.
Huh?
I like seeing the intro.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Had my audio on, my bad, guys. So, alright.
I gotta turn something up. I can barely hear Lewis.
You hear me now?
Let's see if I can do something.
Here, let's see. Edit mic settings.
Say something.
Here.
What happened?
A little better?
Oh,
Yeah.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I turned you up a little bit there, Lewis. Billy Bob is in the chat. What's going on, man? How's it going?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good.
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Uh-oh.
All right. So,
Reverb.
yeah, I don't know what that was about. So, let's talk about the first split. How did everybody do?
What up from that?
I hunted one day of South Carolina first split. That was Thanksgiving morning. We shot a handful of summer ducks or wood ducks and lost more than we brought back. Ducks dove or what have you. I mean, just couldn't find them. Search, couldn't find them. So that was the only day I was able to hunt. That was Thanksgiving morning. I had stuff to do Friday and Saturday, so and before then I was up in North Carolina duck hunting their season, so their split. Their split, I did really well. It was mallards and teal. So,
Okay.
it is what it is.
How about you?
Great limits. It wasn't any great limits, but the ducks were there.
Hey, you got on a
Why
few.
we didn't kill the limits it wasn't the duck's fault, it was our fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What about you, Lewis? How'd you do?
So, we did. It's actually one of my best openers, or first split. We are at over 120 something birds. The first week we hit half of our mark. We hit 60, 70 birds the first week opener.
Awesome.
We did lose some, but the amount of birds that we lost compared to the amount that we've successfully retrieved,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Went in Long Island. A lot of birds definitely in Long Island. Very, very, very slow. Like 3 birds in a couple days. But we've seen tons of them. Eyes, and I missed an opportunity. I had a pintail fly at fucking 5 yards. Is my language. And my gun was giving me issues. The first one, I tapped it, and it like you can tell, the first hit when you stun them, and then the second hit would have been valid if.
Yeah.
But it's been a phenomenal season, first split so far.
Okay.
I got the guy warband. It's just been very fun. Enjoying it with my friend. And
Yeah.
finally got my buddy Anthony on his black duck.
Nice.
Cool watching. He got a stud.
Awesome. Yeah, man. My season has been pretty good so far. Opening day, we ended up with, I think, 9 birds total. We lost 2, which sucks. But man, we were terrible at shooting. I tell you what, we were so bad at shooting. It was a rough start. I tell you what, man. I mean, every other duck that was coming in decoys was a miss, and then I guess we were just so excited. We were just looking everywhere, and then we would turn around. They're flying into the decoys, and as soon as we pull up, they're already out of the decoys.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Alvin, how's it going, man?
What's going on?
What's up, Alvin?
Then the second day we went out, I think we only got like 3 or 4 birds. Then we went the day after Thanksgiving. We had an awesome diver shoot. It was all ringers, but I mean it was still a really fun shoot. We had a 2-man limit of divers. Then we went out for a afternoon hunt for the STA. And man, it was a slow, hot one, dude. I tell you what. I mean, we ended up getting 4 birds total. 2 black bellies and 3 black bellies and 1 teal. But man, as soon as the sun went down, it seemed like all the birds just started freaking flying, dude. They know what time it is, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's so on Long Island, 2 minutes before shooting light, we had 8 widgeons fall past us. We had, I'm not even exaggerating, the first like 10 minutes to shooting light, like birds that we could, if it was legal shooting light, we could have shot. Like we could have shot a limit of mallards, we could have shot pintails, we could have shot widgeons that went like 8 yards, past our decoys. Like we could have shot so many birds, and before shooting light, and we could have. It was like crazy.
Oh man, that's usually how it goes. Yeah. You know, I mean, I just love it when a pack of teal just fly into the decoys 30 minutes before, and you can't pick out what's a decoy and what's a bird, man.
Bird, yeah.
Yeah, you just see the silhouette.
With wood ducks. We had wood ducks 20 feet in front of us and couldn't tell the difference. Shoot them. Shoot what?
Oh man, I was like, I know last season we had probably about like 50 teal land into the decoy spread, probably about like 10 minutes before shooting light, but it was like a real overcast day, and so we couldn't really see them. You just saw the silhouettes, and we waited, and then it was shooting light. They were still in the spread. My buddy shoots one of my decoys, and they all get up. I mean, we clapped 2 of them, but he sunk like 2 of my decoys. I'm like, oh man.
That's why you got to get foam filled.
Yeah, I know.
Or like I have these decoys, these mergansers. Shout out to we call him the decoy man. He's out west something. That's his name on he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So if you guys get a chance, check him out. On Facebook, his name is the Decoy Man. His name, I believe, is I don't want to say. I'll tell you right now because I got his name. I just want to make sure that's it. It's not. I don't want to say his name, but if you go on Facebook, his name is Decoy Man. Literally, he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he made some hooded mergansers for me, and they look so amazing.
Awesome.
I'm gonna get into foam-filled decoys is the way to go. I spend $30 a piece though, so that rig of mergansers, hooded mergansers, cost me about with shipping $450.
Jeez. All handmade.
Handmade.
Okay.
And they look so amazing. The sleepers, he made some with the mouth open. He did a fantastic job. Like I requested the mouth open, and he did the mouth open for me. Looks so realistic. And the decoys look so nice. It's not to the T realistic like you would, but on foam field they look just great.
Nice. Pickle Outdoors, what's up, man? How's it going? Yeah, so.
Yeah, buddy, it's frozen.
So, where do you plan on going next, Matt?
Oh, it's back to North Carolina.
Back to North Carolina.
Yeah, when the season reopens, I'm actually taking a week of vacation. My son, unfortunately, we haven't been able to hunt together for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 years because of work and his work schedule versus mine. So he's taking a week's vacation. I'm taking a week's vacation, and we're headed up North Carolina. And we're gonna go from east to west or west to east, but we'll be right there. There's right now there's the what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. The ducks are there, and there's no sense in going all over the place when they're right there. I mean, when they're 3 hours up the road,
What's up, Pickle Outdoors?
Huh?
No, Pickle Outdoors show what up, guys.
No. I'm just ready to, so we'll be going up there in a couple of weeks.
What kind of ducks you get out there?
Everything. Mallards, widgeon, teal, black ducks, mottled ducks.
Okay. Where you at? In what part?
It's in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, so it's different hunting from South Carolina.
There's no ducks in South Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina, that's good then. If you got
the ducks that we have, the public water, the majority of the public water doesn't have enough food to sustain a migration. So, and there's a lot of pressure on the public areas. Where the ducks are at in South Carolina is on private property, and these properties that are managed for ducks, they're the ones that have the ducks. And trust me when I say there's a lot of ducks in South Carolina, but they're on private. Now, I got nothing against private ownership, nothing at all. But that's where they're at. And our state it's almost like a refusal to help the public hunter. So, we've come up with me and a couple of guys have come up with some ideas, and we're going to go find our own place. And we're going to manage it for waterfowl, and it will be a moist soil management.
That'd be cool.
Smart weed, springle top,
hydrilla.
Yep.
Wild rice.
Well, wild rice, even though it can grow here, wild rice doesn't grow very good here.
Gotcha. Because you need to take the palm.
Cultivated style rice grows really well here, but wild rice likes a little bit colder water, like colder water temps.
Yeah.
And now, if you went more northern of our state, say toward the middle, like you got North Carolina here and South Carolina here, right? So if you get in that middle part and go up toward the mountains, wild rice may do something.
Yeah.
But for all practical purposes, the state, it's just the warmer temps. I'm not saying you can't grow it. It doesn't grow like it grows where you're at, or like in Minnesota or Michigan or some of these other places.
So you need cold water.
It needs colder water, so we have to go with a millet style plant, like springle top, which is a natural millet, and then you got smart weed, and then hydrilla, which is subaquatic vegetation.
I'm gonna see if when I go to the swamp that we hunt, this refuge, I'm gonna see, because the Japanese millet releases a seed.
Okay.
Yep.
And it floats. And I'm gonna try to take a couple of them and just send them to you, because we get Japanese millet.
I get Japanese millet here all day long.
Yeah.
I can go to Tractor Supply and buy Japanese millet.
Yeah.
The issue with in Japanese millet, it is a plant that can grow in water, and it's very water tolerant. But it's not what we're wanting to do, because we do not like to hunt over cultivated, flooded field. Now, some people do. Some people flood corn. They'll dig a pond. They'll plant corn in it and they'll flood it. We don't. The handful of us are thinking about doing this, or we are doing it. It's just a matter of finding the property now. We're not going to plant corn. We're not going to plant a row crop or Japanese millet. Now, we may plant rice, but rice will be harvested because one of the guys that's in with this is a rice farmer here in our state. So he's also looking for property where he can grow rice to harvest to sell. Now, when you plant rice in a field and you flood it, when you drain it off and cut it, you're gonna have spillage. Everybody, I mean, you can't help it. You're gonna have it. That is called it'll grow back up. That spillage, when it hits the ground, it'll start to sprout back up. And once it gets about 1 or 2 inches out of the ground, you put water back on it, and that's what makes it get taller, stronger, and have a head on it. That's called a ratoon crop. And I have no problem hunting over a ratoon crop. You say, well, why don't you do that with corn? Well, here's the problem. And this happens a lot, especially here, because our cornfields are not very big like they are out west. That corn will hit the ground, that spillage will hit the ground, and before it can come up, you got every bird, every squirrel, every raccoon, every deer, every possum. You got all these animals that will come up and just go through that, and you won't have enough food to pop up in a ratoon crop. But in rice, because it's such a smaller seed, you can cut it. What I'm saying is you can cut over it and
pretty much have a full crop
with a tiller and till it, and you will have that stuff coming up through the ground, and you'll get more ducks. And that's what we're looking at. And we're looking at, and you don't need a lot of property.
No,
I mean, you really don't.
Yeah.
You can make a duck hole.
10 acres. Yeah.
A half acre. I mean, a half acre is fine. And that's what we're looking at. And so we're looking at, at least 10 acres of land so we can put this thing in the middle. But we also have to find stuff that the soil is tolerant enough to hold water. So it's got to be a very luminous soil, has a clay, 6 to 8 inches underneath the topsoil, has to be clay so it'll hold water.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that'd be awesome.
But when this happens, I will not ever get another South Carolina wildlife management area permit, ever. Yeah. I will just get a straight hunting license with my duck stamps and tell South Carolina they can just, I'm gonna say it straight out loud. They can just kiss my rebel dick.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about public hunters, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, they don't. And you can ask Josh. I mean, I sat there for 30 minutes today watching his videos, laughing my ass off because he was happy he killed 2 mergansers. And could not believe that you went to Pax Landing on opening day.
Hey, man, look, I had a buddy that got married, didn't have a bachelor party, and they were like, hey, let's do this. And I was like, all right, I'll go. And we had a blast. I mean, we did. We didn't kill nothing, but we had a blast. And I was expecting.
Well, I understand that, but still.
Yeah, it was.
I name dropping that. Y'all, everybody and their brother can go to Pax Landing. Go, just go. I will sell you my duck spot for $1.
Oh, God.
I don't care. But I'm not going to be. The only time I'll be hunting South Carolina public water this year that I plan on it is if I end up I'm supposed to be off on Friday and Saturdays, and if for some reason I can't get off on Friday or something comes up, and Lewis kind of understands, and Billy, I think I don't know if Josh knows, but Y'all understand my work, what I do.
We work.
And it can go south real quick, and I end up having to work. I may run down to the public water and hunt, but if I can help it, on Thursday afternoons at 5:00, I'm packing up and headed to North Carolina for 2 days. You know, and hunt Friday and Saturday, and come back Saturday night, and I'm back at work on Sunday. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. If there's anybody in this chat room that's from South Carolina or thinking about duck hunting in South Carolina, I'm telling you now, you're
Wow, Japan. How's it going?
People will come up and get a good hunt. You know, they'll get a good hunt every now and then, but you know, there were some guys that shot a few ducks.
That'll go public and kill a limit every time.
The split. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill a limit of what? You know,
I had a buddy that went
woodies or kill a limit of woodies. Well, that's 3 ducks.
Well, I say a buddy. He's a boy I know. Nah, he went last week on Tuesday, public, and sent me a picture. And he had gadwall, blue wings, spoonies. What else? And ringnecks.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. I mean, it can be done. I'm not.
You got to know where to go.
It can be done. I know some guys, and I know where they're. I know if they're hunting my end of the lake, I know where they're going. The problem is I'm not leaving my house at 9:00 at night to go hold that hole.
Yeah, because that's what you got to do.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm
not going to do it. You know, and
I'm not either.
And going around knocking on doors, that's a thing of the past in this state. You can't do that. I mean, I know a guy that does it every year. He'll go and find a piece of property, and he'll go knock on a door, and he's asking for hunting rights, and he gets shut down each and every time.
Gonna laugh at, probably.
Jeez. Why is that?
Because everybody here, everybody's property for deer hunting. So
and everybody
is still, huh?
I said everybody duck hunts too.
Yeah, everybody duck hunts is one thing, and then another thing is, you know, there's most of the land. People want it for deer and hogs and turkeys, and they don't want you in there on their land messing up stuff. You know, I've gone to them and said, well, listen, how about January 3rd? Let me duck hunt in the swamp on you. I just won't come in here until January 3rd. I won't even touch. That'll be my first time I even set foot on it. Nope. You'll mess my deer up.
That's after deer season.
Yep, that's right. After deer season, and they'll look at me and go, nope, you'll mess my deer up for the next year. I'm like, wow.
True, though. It's kind of true. Because you're educating the deer that hey, the deer. It's the same thing with state land over here. Me and my uncle were actually having this discussion. By the time these deer on public land in New York, the hunting season comes for these bow hunters, because us goose hunters, squirrel hunters, been in there shooting the damn gun. These deer become nocturnal. So now that summer pattern that they're coming out in the daytime goes away because of us hunters going in there September, shooting up squirrels and shooting up geese. So now when they hear those shots, now the deer is educated. Up, people are hunting. Let's go back to our nocturnal pattern. And it kind of, and then the more they pick up a time up in September, they know what it is. And it's 7, 6 cents, whatever, 7 cents.
Our state has a pretty good resident goose population. And most of the geese are on, they're on city parks. And it's what they're at city parks and city ponds. And, you go down, you go to Charleston, South Carolina, and you'll have to actually stop traffic because they're walking in the road.
Jeez.
I know that. So until the geese branch, until people run them off the city, out of the city, and go, oh, those cute little geese, and once they start slipping on goose crap, and they get into fields and start raising havoc on farmers' lands, they won't even let you shoot them.
That's crazy.
I know a farmer. I have known him my entire life. And I asked him to hunt some geese one time. And like I said, I know him. A family friend. And he said, no, nobody's shooting my geese. They're my geese.
Please. Can't shoot the pets.
Damn, pedo.
You know, I'm like, I said, they're tearing up your crop. He said, that's all right. I get money from the government. I'm like,
Lord. Mark J. Larson's in the house. How's it going, man? Novi Outdoors. Appreciate the thumbs up. JJ Urban. How's it going?
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Clean my shotgun.
Oh man, we might get the boot. You know, YouTube doesn't like ammo, guns on the live.
That being Jones.
It's a fake gun.
Yeah.
It's not a gun, it's a pew-pew.
Yeah.
It's airsoft. YouTube, it's airsoft.
Yep.
I just saved your lives right now.
Hey, I had my gun cabinet open one live stream and it got booted.
That's crazy.
Just because I had my gun my gun safe open.
That's
Way to go. That's an irresponsible owner right there.
But yeah, that's our plan. We're now looking for some property, and we're gonna cultivate it. We're going to manage it for ducks. It's
awesome, man. So we're gonna have a big old YouTuber.
Like the flyway hunt there.
Yeah, the Atlantic Flyway meetup.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, probably. What do you think? About 2 years, 3 years?
we should have, if we get the property, which one of the guys is actively looking right now. I mean, he is.
Land's hard to
he
find
is
right now.
looking.
The boat was at the landing.
Yeah. He's planning for years out. We won't hunt it this year. We will start to cut out what we don't need. Turn, you know, like I said, he's a rice farmer, so he's gonna. That's the number one. But there will be more soil in there, smart weed, Sprangle top. I'm trying to remember the name of the bush. It's you know what coffee bean is? You ever heard of coffee beans?
No. Well, like the actual coffee?
It's called. No. If you, it looks like a long string bean. If you grab a hold of it, you shake it, and when it dries out.
Royal Poinciana or Poinciana.
Not poinsettia. No, this has a long pod. Looks like a string bean. And when it dries out in the wintertime, you can pick it and shake it. It'll make noises. Sabania. Thank you so much.
Sabania.
Sabania. Yes, that's what it's called. The common name is coffee bean. But he's going to be planting that around. Now, that has no nutritional value for a duck. But it gives ducks cover. And it can grow 5 to 8 feet tall. And if you can keep it thin enough, but yet thick enough to give the ducks cover from avian predators. So we're planning on putting that around it, transplanting what we call button bush. Some people call it sparkleberry bush. Some people call it. There's other names for it. We're also going to plant those in strategic areas because that's where our blinds are going to be.
Plant some palmettos too.
No palmettos. Just using the button bush.
My bad.
And then we're going to thermal cover. Tyrone, it's called thermal cover. Use these button bushes, and that's what we're going to put our blinds in, and basically be a bench style blind that you're going to sit on, and in the front of the blind, it's going to be open, because your button bushes are going to cover you all up, and then there'll be a bench in the front, put your shells and coffee and whatnot on. So
cool.
We're planning it, and we're hoping by next year we're shooting out of it. So, it may be an expensive summer duck hunt, but
yeah. I had 3 before 7 o'clock the other morning. He thought he had 2, and then he went to go pick them up and they were gone.
So, we'll see what happens. But there's so many duck ponds that are in our state, and they're all over the place.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And and they got wild ducks. That's because they manage it. And so
what do you think, about 2-3 years before you actually start getting ducks on the property?
Depends on where we build it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on where the property is. It all has to do with where the property is and what's around it.
Gotcha.
We have found. Like I said, we found 2 places so far, and we're looking at both of them. And he may purchase both of them.
Yeah. But I got this more or something.
One's close to the lake, and one is one of the lakes, and one is smack dab in the middle of about 10 duck ponds. So,
okay.
Look at that bag.
All we have to do is provide the water and we'll just sink a pump.
And the food. Yeah.
We'll just sink a pump.
You would want to grade out a little section to have it a little bit of deeper water?
No.
Try and create like a little pond or something?
Nope.
No, just flood the whole field?
Just flood the field, dike it and flood it.
Oh, okay.
Now, it may have to be graded for rice production to get it level.
Yeah.
And like I said, he is going to plant rice in there for harvest.
Yeah.
Okay, and then use the ratoon crop for the ducks. And when
Yeah.
you do that, you're gonna have your other stuff's gonna grow up. I mean, your rice is harvested in late August.
Yeah.
So by the time November comes around, you're gonna have
The sprouts coming up.
Rice ratoon crop up. You're gonna have sprangle top up. You're gonna have all this other stuff that's gonna come up. Smartweed and whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Josh, since you came in a little bit late, we were talking about our first split of the season. So how did you do?
I went out 4 times, and I only got skunked once, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, one's better than none, you know.
Hairy heads and wood ducks, man. Lawn darts.
Any details? You know, like any details of what happened or anything like that? Or are you gonna leave it to the videos coming out?
I mean, the video's out right now for the first split.
Okay.
And it's pretty much like the one hunt where I shot 3 wood ducks in 30 minutes. And I messed up the GoPro, so I only got like 1 shot on camera. And then the last hunt we had.
It is not easy to film, man. And I give it to Steve Billy, like, because he's been consistent with it. Dude, it's just so, like, I even lost a memory card with the video, and I'm so pissed off that I was supposed to take out, like, you know how much video I had that I could have edited and made video episodes for YouTube, like 3 at least solid ones.
Yeah. So I had it on my hat. And you know how you click the top button to record?
Yeah.
They cut it off to stop recording. Well, I had it backwards. I
Oh,
was cutting it
yeah.
on to record when I thought I was cutting it off.
What GoPro you have?
It's a 7 or 8.
Yeah, dude, you need a.
I mean, the 8 has voice command.
7
I can't remember, but I mean, I normally use my phone, but that morning I was just hitting the button.
Nah, just say go to your settings, then you go to the voice thing, turn it on, and every time you're about to shoot, GoPro start recording and starts recording.
I need to check that. And then Friday, the last time,
from the 7
it fell off my head in the water and recorded for like an hour.
From the 6 on, it has the voice command. Sorry, from the 6 on, it has the voice command.
I don't even know which one it is.
You don't know which one it is.
Made a comment I'd like to address. He said if you keep it wet all year, you grow carp and crawfish and a rice paddy. Yes, you can, but Wild Japan, let me tell you something about carp. Carp eats all your vegetation, and that is what's happened to our lakes over here. They put a lot of grass carp in our lakes, and it has eaten all of our subaquatic vegetation. That's why we don't have any ducks. So there's no way in God's green earth that I will ever put carp in anything. I will kill carp and throw them on the side of a road for a coon or a coyote to eat. I will not. Now the crawfish, something different. Yes, we will probably put out traps and stuff in the spring for crawfish, and we will probably harvest those crawfish and sell them also in the market. That's also a possibility.
Plus ducks will eat crawfish.
Oh yeah.
They will eat crawfish. Mallards, they'll eat crawfish. If they can get a hold of them, they'll any duck.
Ain't no way in God's green earth I'm putting a carp in my duck spot. Nope, ain't that.
J&J, how's it going, man?
What's up, John?
How many people we got on live?
Total 8 people. That's pretty good. Yeah, man.
Boom.
Oh yeah. I hit over 1K subscribers, so. Whoop,
I saw that. Congrats.
Yeah, man.
Yo, congratulations, bro. We got a next. Well, we think we can't do
300.
Probably a flag here. Take a shot. Everybody take a shot to that 1K.
Yeah.
But
I need 7 more.
To what? 2,000?
I'm about to hit 300
1700.
subscribers. I'm already at
Okay.
I'm about to hit 300 subs. I'm already at 260 something.
Yeah, man.
I'm almost at 300. I'm gonna do a giveaway. So for those of you that are on here in this live, I am gonna do a giveaway. I'm at 263. And as soon as I get to 300 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway for a limited edition Realtree Monopoly game board. It's a limited edition, pretty nice. It's funny stuff, it's a bunch of stuff there. And I'm going to be giving that away for a lucky winner. But the channel's doing good, as you see, 5K. You see 5K, we're not 2.5, 9.4K, 6.1K. The shorts are doing good.
I dropped your link in the chat so everybody can pick you up. And J&J said he's from Broome County, New York.
Broome County, New York. JJ, what's up, man? Make sure you get at me if you ever want to hunt. You know,
JJ's good. John's good people. I've known John for a while. He's good people.
All right.
Wait, yeah, man. Freaking, I can't wait, man. Exit for the second split of Long Island. I was going to get the boat out this year, but I kind of like said no, and I took a step back. I want to get it out for next season for sure. But I want to do a lot of work. I want to make sure that it's
appreciate that.
We're talking about buying another motor. I'm even thinking about getting a second motor, a mud motor, to take it off hunt the Hudson River, which there's mud. They're basically you need a mud motor, and then when the salt marsh, hunt the salt marsh, just transition, take off that engine, and then put on that 40 horsepower.
Man, just leave the mud motor on there, man.
Nah, man, I don't want the mud motor to rot and all that roading. Too much maintenance. I'd rather just use it for the Hudson, fresh water, it'll last longer. And then I'm gonna buy. I want to buy a Suzuki 40, but I want to buy it brand new with
electric start and trim and everything.
A brand new tiller handle, everything.
Oh yeah.
And I want to buy brand new. I'd rather spend the $5K and have a motor that's going to last me a start on the back. I don't have to figure it around.
I just want to be able to go to Dollar General and buy an apple pie. That's all I need. That makes me happy nowadays. So it's got to be the J&J's apple pie too in the box. So don't care for the tasty cake. It's got to be the J&J apple pie. Matter of fact.
Oh, you got one with you?
There you go.
I got a case of them.
No lie. I'll tell you right now. If we ever go hunting with Matt, we will not starve.
Yeah, it's one thing.
No, you will not.
I know he's got all the snacks and everything with him.
That biscuit maker. So let me ask you guys a serious question because I don't want to hear no bullcrap because everybody says, yeah. Since we all are doing this together, when the hell are we going to get together and do a solid hunt? We meet either in Florida or in New York.
We all have weird schedules, though.
That's why you take time off.
Yeah, well, I don't have that much. But, I mean, yeah, we have to do this.
Josh, if you're going to Maryland.
See, Josh, you can be like, hey, the kids can go to Disney World while you do a little duck hunting, you know?
Hold on, Josh.
I'd like to come in February for the Veterans Weekend.
Josh.
Come on, I'll bring it out.
If you're going to Maryland, please do not talk because you can drive an hour and a half, 2 hours longer to come to me to shoot some freaking blackjack.
And I might. I'm coming to Maryland in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And you ain't gonna shoot jack nothing there. The migration there sucks right now. Hopefully in 2 weeks that
hey, I might shoot some birds.
He said shoot some birds. What part of Maryland are you going to?
The Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shore, Maryland. You might as well take that boat and try to hunt sea ducks. You have more chances of shooting some either scoters.
Yeah, scoters and longtails.
Because the migration this year is weird. I thought it was going to be a crazy migration with the amount of birds that we shot up there. It slowed down that weather, that storm, and then it warmed up, and then it's crazy out of that.
Yeah, they've been having an early
Yo, Worm, what up,
snow.
Boy? Yeah, my buddy Worm, you see that guy Worm? He's a die-hard fisherman. Like, striped bass, he'll put you on the bass. Like, that's all he does fishing. He sent me a video. Dude, why are these ducks on sleep? 3 stud drake mallards and a hen. Just chilling there.
What, out in the water?
Yeah, while he's fishing at night, like 2 in the morning. The freaking mallards are eating right there, just chilling.
Nice.
Make sure you guys follow Worm and check out his content. He got some awesome content. He's a funny dude. And the same thing, Wormway_69 on Instagram. Awesome, dude. What's up, Blake? Freaking, like I said, I know if we go hunting, unless what are we doing? Like, are we gonna do a hunt over here? What are we doing?
Look, I just want to get ducks. I don't really care for stuff. It's got to be better than here.
Josh, if you would have taken and came on a veteran hunt, I was gonna take you to where we shot that 7-man limit. She would have limit out in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't have the time that weekend.
You did have the time because you went hunting. You just didn't want to drive.
No, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I just dropped your link there, Warren, in the chat so that some people can pick you up.
These birds spook me at night. Yeah, man, they're migrating, so you're gonna see tons of them. I just seen yesterday a bunch of brant. I just got turned on, like I'm like, brant. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Where I've seen them, full cross.
So Josh, what are you shooting there?
A Beretta A300 Outlander.
Airsoft rifle, remember?
Yeah.
Airsoft
It's
rifle.
been through the ringer too.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, Matt. Well, you shoot the A5, right?
I shoot a 16 gauge A5. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for. I think I'm going to go down to 28 gauge or 20 gauge.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I've talked to out west, he says, "Dude, you're not missing anything. Switch to 20 gauge or 20. You're not going to miss out anything. You're gonna get less recoil. You're gonna swing that gun faster. You're gonna be so much better than you'll see. But, 12 gauge is that little bit of weight that you take off does count when you swing it.
Yeah.
Put a full
I mean, if you got the right load, you can kill them with a 410. I mean, it's
yeah.
So I mean, you got to get them close, and you got to have the right load.
Yep.
I have been shooting in boss number 5.
I got those too close to Billy.
That's all I'm shooting is boss 5.
Billy, can you play that clip? Can you play that clip?
Huh?
I got the bird so close that Billy freaking missed. We all missed.
Yeah, we did.
That close, man.
Man. I mean, if we would have hit him, we would have just center punched them. That's for sure. There would have been nothing left of them. They were that close.
Listen, that was a crazy. We missed birds. We should have had 15 birds easy. A 1-man limit.
Wild Japan, it's not that hard to find.
No.
I mean, some special like rounds if you're looking for them, but you can find them. It's not too bad now. But the prices are insane right now.
Oh yeah. The thing is you need to order, if you're going to order ammo, especially for duck season, don't wait till the night before.
Rogers have ammo.
Get them in the spring like I did. I had no trouble whatsoever. I called
Matt, don't tell
said, y'all have 16 gauge shells? He said, yep. No. Send me a case.
Matt, stop. Then you make it hard for us to ammo. Stop. Don't tell
Oh, we can barely hear you.
Matt, stop.
Can't hear you.
I can hear him fine.
Yeah, I can.
Do not tell the secret, man.
He's saying don't tell the secret.
Then they go and they run us out of. Let us gain out. Let's save that topic for after that. We say, hey, we all got our ammo. Now you can tell these suckers now.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was doing.
The sinkers are cheaper than the rounds now. It's crazy.
Yo, so when does y'all second split start?
Ours is the 10th, I think.
Gotcha.
Or the 11th.
Gotcha.
So that's Saturday, I think it is.
Ours is on Monday, the 12th.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, that way the season ends January 31st.
Okay. My season ends the 31st. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
That's
Because
weird.
I checked earlier today, and I was like, damn, December 12th.
The 10th for Florida. Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Yeah, that's
Friday. Yeah,
That's
Saturday.
what I thought ours was, so I double checked earlier, and I'm like, damn, it's Monday.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which day was Saturday was either the 11th or the 10th.
I can't wait to go to Florida and shoot my stud break. I'm just excited for that.
Oh yeah, you'll get it. They're down here plentiful, man.
How much they charge your tax business folks to mount something like that?
Like $300 or something like that.
I'll take it to my back here, $200.
Yeah, and just send it back.
I don't know. I'm taking it with me.
So, what do you think, Matt? Winds and tides affect the birds? You've been doing it a long time.
It affects them on the coastal. I mean, wind always affects birds. Wind always, no matter what.
You want wind though?
If there's no wind, they'll land anywhere they want. So you got to use the wind to your advantage. Tides, you're talking coastal. So when the water goes out, you've got nowhere to put your decoys.
But actually, let me stop you there though.
So yeah, it affects them to some sort.
You want to hunt the low tide because depending on what you're hunting, what specimen. So like any geese or brant is an example. If you're hunting brant, right, and the tide is down, that's when the mussel beds get exposed and they go after that sea lettuce. Any sea ducks, any divers, they love the low tide because the mussel beds are exposed, and the sea lettuce, and that's what they feed on. A lot of the divers do maintain, out, but you'll see those sea ducks come in, and those brant, and those murgies, and those mallards, and those black ducks, and they'll actually eat those sea lettuce and those mussel beds. They love that. That can be either, and it's like Matt says, it depends on the area too, and it depends on the tide because it's all finding their food source, right? So when those things, you use that to advantage, it can make it to break you because if the duck don't want to go eat sea lettuce and mussel beds and they want to go to a field or a pond, it all depends what time of year.
And that works if you don't have much of a drop in your tide levels. But here in South Carolina, we can have anywhere from a 4 to 7 foot tide drop. And if you go out in low tide, you're going to have to set up in a creek. There's no getting around it. And then as the tide comes up, then it starts to go into the marsh grass. Then you have to pull up everything, pull back into the marsh grass, hunt in the marsh grass, and then as the tide starts to drop out again, you better be picking up and getting your boat back in the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to be beached.
We got 7, 8 foot swing tides. So I want to try to hunt incoming tide.
Well, I mean, I saw your video. I mean,
and
you were hidden.
Stuck out when the tide got high.
And when it got high tide, boy, you looked like you were. I mean, it was a box in the middle of a field.
Yeah, and that's a mud flat at low tide.
Yeah, I got 2 topics to cover. And those are for people online and people that are going to be
the simple answer is yes, it affects them.
Okay.
Lewis
was fussing at me about giving away secrets, and he just gave away one of the biggest ones. I'm just saying.
No, the ammo is that's a huge secret, man. You can't tell these guys that.
Ain't no secret.
Man, it was the hunt we had Friday after Thanksgiving. Man, we had no wind at all, but man, the ducks were just doing it right. I tell you, they were coming in, landing right in the decoys, and we were just popping them off. Man, it was perfect.
How many birds you shot?
12.
So you guys got your limit.
Yeah, 2 man. I mean, they were high flyers, and they were like flocks of probably like 30 and 40s. Dude, I just give them that little call, and man, they would just 4 or 5 of them would break off and land right into the decoys. It was an awesome sight to see. Such a cool
Saturday
sight.
A week ago yesterday, it was reversed for us. There was no wind, and we had 500 ducks on the outside of our decoys, all over us. There were ducks everywhere.
But they weren't coming in.
They weren't coming in.
Huh.
They land wide each and every time. There's nothing. I mean, and there's no way to. I mean, you can. This particular point we were on, if we'd have pushed them out any further, they'd have been decoys. They'd have been. They still would have been out of range because where we were set up on the point, it wouldn't have mattered. And we had decoys on both sides of the point and in the center. Didn't matter. Did not matter. Now, the day before, we had a 3 to 5 mile an hour wind, and we sat up with the wind. Every duck we shot was in the decoys. Because I mean, it's just it's that wind, and when you have those days where it's not windy and they'll land wide, and now you're competing with live birds. You can't compete with live birds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, there's one STA hunt I was on, and there was probably a model set up, probably about like 20 yards from us, from behind us. He was sitting there, and this other model kept circling us out of range, but I'm sitting there hitting the high ball, trying to get him to come in. He's circling us, and I hear this hen behind us doing the same thing. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. So he circles us like 15 times, literally. I'm sitting there competing with this live duck, and all of a sudden I see him just whoop, right behind us. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. And we couldn't get back there because the sawgrass is so thick. You know, there's no chance of going back there. I was like, you sorry sack of shit, man. Should have came in.
We were looking at birds through binoculars the other day when we was at the coast, and they wasn't laying nowhere near us, but we could see them.
That's when you take out the 22, you know?
Hey, that boat I got, man, it's awesome down there. Man, we can run 40 mile an hour, load it down there.
Oh, nice.
We'll see a lot. What, you got a mud motor on it?
Do what?
You got a mud motor on that?
No, I got a damn 115 beat.
Oh, bring it over. We'll see some sea ducks.
Yeah, they probably
good. We'll see some black ducks. You want some black ducks? I got you. We'll see brants. We'll band hunt them. They've got a bunch of bands this week. I should have gone for them, but one of my buddies bailed on me a bunch of times with excuses. It's just like that.
Somebody's static. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who it is either.
Well, whenever like it goes off, then it starts again.
Yeah, so it's going down now, but I can't tell who it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like running water in the background.
Yeah. But it'll stop every now and then.
That's Daddy Duck.
Makes me want to go pee.
Right. Somebody, right? Now, we can tell right now. I'm gonna mute it, and if it's still on mute, that means that it's me. It was me.
Oh, it's him. Yeah.
I still hear it.
I still hear it.
I don't hear it.
No, mute yours. You muted, Matt?
I can hear it.
No, but did you mute yours?
I muted mine.
Oh, I didn't mute mine.
Yeah, mute.
Well, it might be me.
I don't know.
How to mute.
That was Josh.
Bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it's still on.
I don't know.
All right.
There you go. Did it quiet down a little bit?
Nah, man, that's a wow.
When you muted me, I could still hear it.
Yeah. It's Billy.
Hey, it just stopped.
When you just did that, Billy, that's you.
No, because I muted
I
it.
think it's Billy.
It's Billy. Like when you just muted, it just completely went off. I swear to God. Do it again, Billy. You didn't mute. Billy, you didn't mute it because it's Billy.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah,
It's Billy.
it's
It's
Billy.
you.
That's so weird because I don't hear it in my headphones.
Oh man, it's
We
loud.
hear it bad.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
Better?
I can still hear and still talk, but it's just like,
Billy's fan is that Florida, whether the guy his fan or probably his computer engine that the non.
yeah, like I'm on my cell phone because I just walked out here for a few minutes.
Gotcha. Yeah, it might be the fans on the computer.
Well, I like this mic though. I feel like I'm singing. Baby, come back. You don't know who I was. I feel like
Don't do that again.
You don't know who I was. Oh man. Freaking what advice could you guys give any hunters that are on here? Let's talk about a major topic. Hunting etiquettes. Talk about proper hunting, man. Josh said,
Do you know where we live?
man, I had a guy so one of my buddies, and he's not that good. One of my buddies, I'll say his name. His name is Mike. He's an Indian guy. Good friend of mine. Good hunting buddy. He's always want to be the nice guy like me, take people out hunting. So he invited one of his friends, and the guy sees that we shooting all these ducks. Meanwhile, and I'll say it, I don't care. I'm very raw and honest. The guy, not my guy, that guy that he bought, which was, I would say his name is John Doe, because I don't want to air his name out. But John Doe reaches out to me and says, "Hey, where are you shooting all these ducks?" And when I said, "Somewhere in the woods." I said, "Somewhere in the woods." So I didn't really want to tell him because he's just trying to fish out information. And another thing that you do, which I'll explain later on, let me just get with the story. So I got kind of pissed off because he hunts with this guy that's a poacher.
Poacher?
Yeah, he's a poacher. I'm not Takashi 6ix9ine, so I'm not going to tell you what he's doing. But when he gets caught, he's going to get caught in doing crazy things, in the season. So, Odyssey. So long story short, I got pissed off because he called me twice. Hey, he didn't even say hello. He said, "Hey, Lewis, where did you shoot all those ducks?" He didn't even say, "Hey, good afternoon. Hey, yo, how's everything?" Straight to the point. "Hey, where do you shoot all those ducks?" So the second time, he told me, "Hey, where do you shoot that duck?" I said, "Dude, stop calling my phone is wrong." And they're in the woods somewhere. He said, "Where?" I said, "I'm not gonna tell you where. Even if I'm not gonna tell you where." I was like, "Go ask your friend there's a poacher where they're at. You should know where they're at." I told him, I got pissed off. I was like, "Stop calling my phone. Don't ever call my phone again." I was like, "Don't." So I got so pissed off. I told him like 100,000 things. We went back at it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, "It is what." Hey, you just did it now, Josh. And stop. Oh no, Billy fixed the problem.
Nah, I figured out what it was. You had me tripping there. It was going off the camera on the webcam because the webcam has built-in microphone, and I was like,
"It sounds so much better right now. Like this is amazing."
Yeah, it sounds so clear.
There we go.
I can actually hear Lewis now.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So long story short, I kind of effed the guy off and we went at it today.
You
Don't
come down here
ask
for a
anybody-
full
anybody
season
to-
and
don't
just
ask
try to hunt
anybody where
down
they're
here.
hunting at. And if somebody takes you to their spot, don't freaking go back there without. It's proper hunting etiquette. Like I told Billy, I found this spot, and only one guy hunts it that we know of. The rest of the people hunting is it's my buddies. It's just me and my buddies. We've been hunting there for 4 years. We don't see no one. Just the
Yeah.
guys from behind the
It's
house.
public.
It's
Spot
public.
stealing.
Yeah, it's public. And we've been hunting it 4 seasons hard, and no one's there. Just the guy in the back. And the guy in the back told us the same thing. Hey, guy, I've been hunting here since I bought the house. Don't bring a lot of people here because then I don't want to get the pressure. So we always keep it low key. You know what I'm saying? And it's been good like that. So like like it's just if somebody works so hard to find a spot and especially me, I don't care if it's public land. I'll tell you straight up, I don't care if it's public land. I damn showed you the spot. Don't come jack the spot. No. And I have people that do that. I show them. And I'm not gonna say another spot because then people know exactly where it is. But I've taken other people that to public spots where I haven't seen anyone there. Now they're going there like jerks and shooting it up, and then when I come in, there's nothing. And these are places where it's not easy to get there. Like you put the GPS, it'll take you somewhere else. If you don't know how to get there, you're not gonna get in, and you gotta hunt it by designated parking area. So if you're not parked there, you will get the ECO will give you a big $350 fine. So I showed these 2 people how to get in there, and I called what's called the Region 3 DEC to get because the roads were locked. Like there was tree branches that fell off, big tree trunks. That's what they call tree trunks.
Oh, tree branch.
Fallen trees. There you go. And they went in there with excavators and all that shit, and excuse my language, and they cleared it out because I got pissed off, and I'm like, how are we gonna park here? And there's only one way in, and it's hard. When you put it on the GPS to get there, it takes you through a gated spot, and you can't get in through there, and you'll get fined if you park the car out there. So, anyways, I got 2 jerks. 2 sets of groups of jerks that I put onto this spot, and I take them in there, and they just go in there and shoot it up. And I get pissed off when I see that shit. But I got a trail cam there, and I'm like, oh, you suckers. And I can go about it a different way and put it, post it up, like, look at this, but I ain't doing that. And you know what's crazy? And this is no disrespect, because Josh, thank you for your service. You would expect that their military, that they'll have some sort of respect. Like you would think they have common sense like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of them don't.
yeah. So how do you feel about that, Matt? Spot stealing.
Well, I mean, where we live,
I don't care anybody at my spots.
There's no public spot.
I got places. I mean, my best friends don't even know where they're at.
Yeah,
I've confiscated cell phones. I've blindfolded people. I put them in the bottom of the boat. I've driven 90 mile an hour, jumping stumps, hitting trees, just to get them down in the boat.
He's saying he confiscates phones. Don't you hate when you got that guy that
your phone? Give me your phone. I'm giving you my phone. Get out of the boat.
Nah, see, I don't know how it is because Josh said, "Oh, it's public." It's public, yeah, it is public, dude. But you would have never found it if I would have never taken you there.
Well, I'm saying where we live is so pressured. There isn't hardly any public spots. Nobody has been.
Yeah, no. See over here, you got that.
There really isn't.
Yeah, like if it's public and you think it's a good spot, somebody's been there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Onyx,
dude,
Map,
I was texting
man, and New York Onyx Hunt. Shout out to them because Onyx helps out, man. That you find those spots and you Onyx Hunt is a tool. Maybe you need Onyx Hunt.
Yeah, use the shit out of Onyx. daily.
love Onyx. So shout out to Jared Larson and Onyx.
He never emailed me back.
I mean, and, I don't know how it is up there for Lewis. Then you got to deal with shot chasers.
Oh yeah.
Shot chasers.
I call them sound scouters.
They'll sit at the end of a creek. They'll sit on a creek and they'll just listen for the shots, and then you're trying to sneak out of there. They say, "Oh, well, I know where he was at, or I know the area he was in." Next thing you know, you got people in there. I mean, I'll go in there, dude. I'll shoot my ducks, and I'll sit on the hill for 3 hours.
I'm gonna get a can for mine.
When I hear boats, I'll hear boats, and they'll be leaving. I'll be like, "Yep."
What about Matt? What about the guy that pulls out his phone to drop pins on where they hunt? When I see that, I'll be like, "Yo, dude, get that fucking pin off." Excuse my language.
That's why I confiscate phones.
I told them straight up that I don't play that.
That's why I confiscate phones. And
people call me.
I got
yo,
two guys that I'm out with religiously.
People say you're aggressive. No, it's not being aggressive. It's showing respect, dude. Like, have respect. Like, you know how many people
say, Ted?
Ted, what's up, man? How's it going?
You know how many people taking me to their areas and it's public, and I will never go there without them.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like common courtesy.
Yo, dude, it's respect. And one of the guys, I don't even talk to no more. And I can go to that spot. I know where it's at. It's public, and I will not go there. I could go and screw him and shoot a limited brand and ducks there, and I'll be fine. Like, hey, but I wouldn't do that. Even if I'm upset, it's just I'm a man. I'm a man of principles and of respect. And even if I don't like you, I'll still show you respect because respect is given. That bull crap about respect is earned. No, it's given so that someone can give you that respect back, and then you keep that mutual respect. You have to give respect and get respect to get respect.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it was funny. Sunday, last Sunday, I took this new guy out, and he's hunted the place I hunt for like 2 years now, and he was putting his boat in, and I was supposed to have my buddy come with me, but he got all liquored up the night before. He was at the rodeo and everything, and he texted the wrong person and said, "Hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it." And I'm sitting there waiting at the ramp. I'm like trying to blow up his phone and everything, and it's getting late. I'm like, man, screw this. And I told the one dude that was putting his boat in, I'm like, "Hey man, put that fucking dinghy on the trailer and come with me." He goes, "All right, man, come on, let's go." So he gets in my boat, I take him out, and he's like sitting there. He's like, "Dude, I've never seen this many ducks in my life, dude. I really appreciate you taking me out." I was like, "Don't ever come back here, though." He goes,
"Yeah."
He goes, "Hey, man, no, dude, this is your spot." I was like, "If you want, I'll drop some pins for you." I mean, he's got a little 10 horse on this little like 12-foot boat, so he really isn't going to make it out. Yeah, he ain't going far. No. And I'll pass him on the trail, It's like, "Hey,
what's up,
see ya." So yeah, man, he was ecstatic about how many birds he's seen.
He's going to buy a new boat.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna see him with a 50 on a 12-footer.
Yeah.
Matt is famous. I put the link to join us on my video on my story, and someone said, "I love that old man." Straight up, that means that you got a loyal follower. That's awesome. Very awesome.
Cool beans. Tell him thank you, and tell them that I'm getting older every day.
Hold on, I'm gonna do a video. You say it in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Matt.
Appreciate the follow, man, and just letting you, this old man's getting older every day.
There you go. Thank you. Right, you said it right there. That's cool. What about Another topic to discuss.
Shit, I'm not gonna pick. Hurry up.
The person that shoots too early without you calling the shot.
That is aggravating.
Are you saying too early as far as time? Or are you saying someone who shoots before somebody calls a shot?
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And after,
okay.
I'll tell you a reason why I say that. Right? I tell everybody because everybody, and then the funny thing is they ask who's gonna call to shoot him. I say me. I'm the caller. I'm the one that usually calls.
Yeah, like if it's my boat, I'm calling it.
Yeah. No, and I might be the one to ransack and tell you, no, we're not calling him when you call it a view Scott. No, I'm just joking. But I tell everybody I'm calling them, and you see guys shooting. I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I hate that. That's another thing that aggravates me. What about
I always tell people when we're in the swamp, if it's a wood duck hunt, shoot them when you see them, because you just you gotta get on them. But if they're big ducks and they're working, I am generally the guy that calls the shot, and it's usually this is how it'll go. It'll and it'll go down to a little chuckle. Boom, boom, boom. Take them.
That's awesome.
That's normally how I do it.
Yeah, because the birds are.
I will shoot first. So I'm old. Yeah. I am old, and I'm crudgety, and I'm gonna get my ducks on the water, and then y'all can try to do whatever y'all want. But I'm gonna call
you can't swing that fast anymore, huh?
Matt's gonna call, right? Matt's gonna say, "Yeah, I'll tell you when to shoot him." Papa, now shoot him.
Yep, exactly what I said. Yep.
Oh Lord, that's funny.
Yep, those mallards in October. When we shot in October, those 50 were coming in. They were coming in like this. I already had the gun shouldered. I had already picked out a Drake, and I yelled. As soon as I yelled, "Take them!" I pulled the trigger. I mean, it was like, "Take them!" They were like, "What?"
No, don't worry, Matt. There's singles coming when we. I think. Well, first of all, I think that all four of us hunting together is going to be a catastrophe. We'll be fucking goofing around.
I'm saying what again?
All of us hunting together.
You gotta say that again.
All of us hunting together will be a catastrophe because we'll be just messing around, fooling around, laughing.
Oh, I don't think we'll kill anything. We'll be laughing too damn hard. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, because I'm gonna sit right beside Lewis, and when Lewis goes to get up to shoot. And with my old legs, I'm going to grab him on the shoulder and I'm going to push him down. And then I'm going to shoot.
I'm a good guy.
Lewis is going to be back in the mud. He's going to be fall back in the mud, flinging around. Billy is just going to lose it. Billy will lose it. He will actually start snotting on himself. He'll be laughing so hard. And Josh will be turning around going, how did I get this gun to work?
Yeah, with that Benelli click, baby. Come on.
Yeah, Benelli click.
Ask Billy, man. I'm actually Billy came up that one single came. Billy, what did I say? Billy, only Billy. I said Billy, shoot him. Even though he click. So I'm one of those. I'll freaking record. I just backed him up.
I tell you right now. I took a youngster out a couple years. This was a couple years ago. And we got in some big ducks, and he was sitting beside me, and he had his gun right there, and I had those ducks that were coming. They were locked up. They were in 20 yards, dude. They were fixing to put feet on the ground. I pushed him, grabbed his gun, shot 3 times, dropped his gun, and pulled mine up, and shot 2 more that was getting out of there. He said, "What do you do?" I said, "You got an entire life to shoot ducks. I only got a few
more years." Poor kid.
One of the guys that I used to hunt, actually, which I was a little sad that whole day, passed away, and he's like that. And me and my uncle were talking about why is it he has an urge to harvest, right? I don't like to use a K word. Harvest so bad. And my uncle was like, and we're questioning ourselves, and that's a shout out to him and his family, and let his soul rest in peace, Ramon Fuentes. But now I understand, right? That looks good. Wow, come on, man, meat, my that is that barbecue or something, or that's just the plain meat? Because it looks barbecue.
That's Jay Beaton that was fixing to put these on the grill. He
You're
just sent me
making,
that picture.
but I question why his urge to kill, and it's like when he says that, oh, I'm getting older, because he's getting older, and I think he knew that he was on his way out, and he wasn't gonna do much. At one point, he was doing what he wanted, like just shooting. I'm like, now I get it. He wanted to
Oh
have
yeah.
the record before he goes that he done hunted and had fun with whatever he did, and stuff like that makes me question. Like one thing I would admit, and I'm scared of, is death, right? And the reason why I say that is not death. So let me revert that and go back. Not being able to accomplish and do everything that I wanted to before my time comes. And when he passed away just 2 days ago, like literally, I got into a memory coma shock. Like I just started thinking for like 3 hours, dude. And I'll say it. I'm a man. I don't give a shit whatever anyone's gonna say. I cried like, but not like, ooh. I teared because it made me realize, damn, I'm gonna be in that situation one day where I know I'm going downhill. I know I'm going to pass. God, why couldn't you just let us live a lifetime to enjoy all of this? And it sucks. It sucks knowing that one day is not. Hopefully, it is. I like what I see sometimes. I'm a believer in reincarnation. Maybe 1,000 years, I'll come back to life as somebody else, and not more. Hopefully.
I better not come back as somebody else. There ain't but one me, and I don't want to be somebody else.
Well, not somebody else, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, at a
No,
thousand.
my luck, I come back as a cow, and I'll get my ass eaten.
Hell no. I want to come back as a human. I want to be able to freaking survive and do stuff.
Josh just walked away.
Those some nice deer heads Josh got there. Zoom into that.
Oh man, I'm about to get off here. I got to work 12 hours tomorrow. Got to give a 4-year-old a bath.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're an hour and a half into it.
Yeah.
Just about.
Let's break the record. An hour and 30. That's it.
No, we've been past over 2 hours.
Yeah, I say we've done 2 hours a couple times. Probably with Billy's in the back.
Yep. So, anyways, we got to get something rolling, man. Next year, we really seriously got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't me.
Yeah. Josh, come down for the Veterans Hunt, man. I'll get you on some birds.
Next year, you definitely got to come out for the Veterans Hunt too.
Is that in February?
Yeah.
Matt's a veteran too. He can hunt.
Matt,
too.
you're a veteran too. Yeah, October of next year, October 8th and 9th next season. You'll shoot wood duck, teal, everything. Pintails.
I want one of them stud blue wings. I saw some blue wings the other day, but they did not want to play with us.
I want one so bad, you don't even know. Like this year, I target one bird each year. Like last year I got my widgeon. This year, I want damn, excuse my language, YouTube. I didn't say that. I want that blue wing teal, that full mass. That full mass right there. Handshake guys.
Oh yeah, the moon face on them.
Oh yeah.
Crescent moon.
I want the hen and the drake because I want to put them on the wall, both like cupping in.
Definitely.
I want to put them on.
I mean, you'll get them.
Grill.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
I want
That's
one
for sure.
Wall.
And I want to eat some alligator.
Oh, I got plenty of that in the freezer.
Alligator belly. What's it called? Belly gator belly. What?
What?
Jello or belly Jello? Gator Jello?
Oh, jelly roll.
Jelly roll. There you go. Can you
Yeah.
explain to him what jelly roll is?
It's kind of like the tenderloin, but it's like under the tail.
Yeah.
It's not really the tenderloin because it does have tenderloins. A gator does have loins, but under the tail, so there's like 4 sections. You know how like a vertebrae is. So you have the point. So you have meat here, down here, and down here. Then you have that top layer of tail meat, and then right under it, you have this real. I mean, it's perfect, just like that. And you just pull off from the meat, and then it's part of the most tender part of the gator.
It's my gun dog right here. This is Diesel. All right, get down. Go. Yeah, that's my gun dog, man. I love him. He was on retrieve the black dog. This dog, people make fun of silver labs. Whoever makes fun of labs because of the color is so freaking stupid. This Labrador community is so freaking stupid. Oh yeah, it's a silver lab. It's an independent. Who gives a damn what the hell it's called? It does the job, and it's my friend. But man, this dog last year was ripping through and has a bunch of season this year as well. I haven't taken him out a lot. I take him out for pheasant a couple times, but the times that I've taken him out, if I didn't take him out, I would have lost ducks for sure, 100%.
Definitely.
I did a 80-yard blind retrieve on a duck. I just knew more or less, and I just pointed, got right in between his eyes. I said, "Bang!" And he went and burned that duck back.
Yeah.
It's like holy smoke. But anyways, guys, it's been good chatting. We have to do this more often.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
wait.
what do you think? Every Sundays are good for everybody?
If Joshua commits, Joshua's always busy.
Man, I stay busy. I just
money don't sleep.
And I feel like I had 2 days.
I do mine on Monday nights. I'm
Monday
always here
nights?
on Monday nights.
Yeah, Monday nights is Matt.
8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm always here.
I didn't even know what's today. Today is Sunday, isn't it? Like I don't even know.
He's watching.
I put 1,000 miles on my truck in the last week.
It's hunting season. Everybody gets busy. Like it's times that I see, oh, we're going live. I'm like tired.
It was Thanksgiving week too. I mean, you visiting family and here, there, and yonder, and
it's been times that I see we're going live. I'm like, yo, I just took a shower and I'm dozing off, and he just said live, and I'm like, I'm getting ready to type, yeah, sure, and I'm like,
then Sunday nights we'll do them.
Yeah, Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, Sunday night.
Let's commit. We should go live.
Get ready for.
We should go live on the field. We haven't done one of those yet.
I'm down.
Live on the field. That's gonna be a cool one.
What?
Who's going out soon?
Our split is this week.
Ours is over with.
Well, whoever is going out.
I don't do live streams in the field.
You should do a live from your blind shooting so people can see.
Nope.
I've never done.
I'm busy hunting.
Well, I don't think really YouTube will allow that.
No?
No.
Well, they'll allow it, but I mean,
not
they allow
with
fishermen.
Well, not with the
guns
and everything
else.
Let's do that. Why don't we do that tackle box thing? That I want to do that tackle box challenge that you.
Oh yeah. Well, the blind bag.
Like a blind bag thing.
Blind bag, yeah.
The traveling blind bag.
Yeah, man, I want to do that. I want to do that challenge. That's gonna be a sick challenge to do and a cool video to put together.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. I think we should do like a fishing challenge. Like go for a specific specimen, and whoever gets the big
fish.
Fish.
Can I use dynamite?
You guys get
I thought it was a blind bag for duck hunting.
Well, no, we'll do a blind bag instead of the traveling tackle bag.
Oh, blind bag for duck hunting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can't ship ammo, so somebody got to buy the person. We got to give them at least a $25 card. for a Visa card that they can go into any tackle shop and then swipe it and get a box of ammo.
No, we'll have a diary. What we'll do is we'll have a diary. I can put whatever bird you shot, what the weather was, put like a report. And there,
like the Duck Chronicles. For that week, we get the hunt stats from
something like that. And then we could put a call in there or whatever, something special from each hunt.
Yep.
Yeah, from each person that receives the bag.
I'll put an apple pie in there because that's all I'll kill.
Throw in that bacon pan.
I'm hunting in South Carolina. The only thing that's going there is a Slim Jim and an apple pie.
Woo!
And some biscuits, huh?
His waiters, when he takes off them waiters from farting, they gotta be like a madman in there. Them waiters probably said, "Thank you, Lord."
All right, it's 9:30. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, it's about that time, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in.
It's been real fun.
I hear you on that one.
It's been a blast.
Definitely, guys.
Hey, peace. Go Gamecocks.
I'll see you, Matt. See you, Josh.
All right, y'all be good. Y'all have a good one.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Good night, everybody.